Is joining me is our senior NBA insider, Shams Charania. Okay, Shams, I'm told you got some breaking news in the NBA. Let the people know.
BC, this is our first blockbuster of trade deadline week. Jaren Jackson Jr., the two-time All-Star with the Memphis Grizzlies, former Defensive Player of the Year award winner. He is being traded to the Utah Jazz for a package that includes Walter Clayton Jr., the former collegiate star at Florida, some veteran players, but most importantly, 3 first-round draft picks. And for Utah, this represents a major swing now. They're going to team up Jaren Jackson Jr. with Lauri Markkanen, Keontae George, who's been a breakout star this year, Walker Kessler. This is a deep team that they've got building there. And for Memphis, it's clear. This signals a full rebuild. They've got a few very promising players. You think about Cedric Coward, Zach Edey. This is a young team that's growing. They moved Desmond Bane last summer. Now Jaren Jackson Jr. We know they've been in trade talks around Ja Morant. And this Grizzlies organization has 13 future first-round draft picks that ties them with Brooklyn and Oklahoma City for the next 7 years. And they also, in this process, created the largest trade exception in NBA history at $28.8 million, which gives them some flexibility over the next year. But this is a massive deal for Utah. We're starting to see them now. Danny Ainge, Ryan Smith, their owner, and co. This is a big move for the Jazz.
Okay, so now let's go back to Memphis, because all we've heard really out of Memphis was Ja Morant. What does this mean for Ja Morant and him being traded?
The Grizzlies' conversations around Ja Morant and entertaining offers is continuing around the league. There's multiple teams with interest in Ja Morant. We've seen with Desmond Bane, and now with Jaren Jackson Jr., this is a Grizzlies organization that is prioritizing their young core. They had a few years of success here with Memphis, made some runs. This team looked like it had some promise, but they're now officially turning the page on this and stocking up with draft capital. But the Ja Morant trade conversations between now and Thursday's deadline are continuing to heat up and are continuing to on-go.
Okay, one of the things, all the other things that you also reported today was that the Clippers and the Cavaliers have been discussing a trade for James Harden. Where do we stand?
The Clippers and James Harden continue today to work on a resolution, a trade for him out of L.A. And the team that has come up with the most serious interest as of right now is the Cleveland Cavaliers. And the sides have been discussing a deal centered around a swap between Harden and Garland. And the reason why this is even a thing, because the Clippers, they would love to kind of keep it status quo right now, but James Harden has a mutual option in his contract for next season. And so it gives the sides the ability to sit down and see what's the future. And next season, a contract beyond next season is not promised for James Harden in LA. And so there's an unlikelihood there. So is there a beneficial path forward for both sides where the Clippers in this instance could get a young player like Darius Garland, and James Harden could land with a team where he might have a longer-term future and also compete for a championship in the Eastern Conference with Donovan Mitchell, with Evan Mobley. I'm told James Harden wants to go compete for a championship. That's what he views. This Clippers team obviously has come on strong the last couple months, this last month or so, but they're still a play-in team. James Harden wants to compete for a championship. This is very fluid today and tomorrow and into Thursday potentially.
Okay, it seems like everybody in the league is waiting on what's going to happen with Giannis Antetokounmpo. Where do things stand there with Giannis?
Bucks executives, ownership, they're all continuing to sift through the offers that are coming in. The 4 most aggressive suitors, Miami, Minnesota, New York, Golden State, those offers are continuing to come in. And you know, they can take a deal potentially that is pick heavy, like the Golden State Warriors. They could take a player-centric deal that has a blue-chip young player with the Timberwolves. They could also get a little bit of both with the Miami Heat or the New York Knicks. Which path do you go down? And do the Bucks just decide we'll take this into the offseason if our price point is not met? That's still very much on the table between now and Thursday. There's risk and reward with all that, though. In the offseason, Giannis will have 1 year left on his deal. That means for a player of that caliber, he's going to have a lot of say-so, be able to dictate a lot when it comes to his future. So there's a lot that the Bucks and their officials are sifting through today and tomorrow.
Again, the NBA trade deadline is Thursday. If any more news breaks within the hour, Shams is here. He will deliver it for us. Okay, we also have some deal. Since 3 future first-round picks to Memphis, the Grizzlies have also been entertaining offers for 2-time All-Star Ja Morant. Let's bring in our NBA front office insider, Bobby Marks. All right, Bobby, give me your reaction. Grizzlies trading away Jaren Jackson. He's a two-time All-Star as well.
Yeah, I actually like it for Utah. When you add Jaren Jackson Jr. and you pair him with Larry Markkinen, and you've got a rising star in Keontae George, they are certainly building something there. I think it's, listen, the trade goes back from a year ago when they acquired that Phoenix unprotected first that was actually now sent to Memphis. This deal doesn't get done if that pick is included here. And for a Memphis team that is certainly rebuilding, 7 first-round picks they've acquired since last June, including what was acquired in that Desmond Bane trade. I think the big question now is we'll see leading up to Thursday what happens with Ja Morant now.
Okay, so, Shams also reporting that the Clippers, James Harden, looking for a trade that makes sense there. Give me your reaction. James Harden looking for a trade, 4th time now in his career, Bobby.
Yeah, and I think the team to watch certainly is Cleveland here. I think where they are right now and where the Cavaliers are financially, if there's a Harden shooter, and it is Cleveland, it would have to be Darius Garland. This is a second apron team in the Cavaliers. They are not allowed to take back more salary in a trade. I think the most interesting thing right now is James Harden has the right to veto any trade. That's part of his contract here. So James Harden basically dictates the trade terms as far as where his next destination is going to be.
Look, he's 36, but Bobby, he still puts up 25 a game, so you're going to get buckets if you get James Harden. Bobby Marks, thank you for your insight, brother.